Hello, losers. The chads have arrived.
Oh, jump on the thing, jump on the bouncy. There's something about these that just look different.
They added metal. They added more metallic parts. Before it was all black. And now they added some not black parts. So they made it better.
Why can't I ping in here? Oh, now I can ping. Is stomping the goop. Alright. Wait! We need to have a mech battle with this person!
There's a second mech?
Yeah.
Yes! We will fight them!
Go, hurry!
Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Can you believe it?
Alright. Looks like I can't log in.
Microsoft Steam, your password as well.
Microsoft. No. Jeez, Twitch on mobile sucks. Yes.
Present perk.
Yes.
Right there, boys. Right there. Now let's just see how bad I know sound.
MEKAMLI. Is live like fully capitalized?
No, there's no capitalization. It's greenman_live.
I'm typing in my name. Is mine any capital?
Let me check.
I'm trying to log in right now.
It's all low cap. No spaces. UGM live.
Alright.
Alright, we're not getting this. It's fine.
Oh yeah, we're okay, run.
Come to this building. We will fight back.
Yeah, you see that's just not really a possibility.
Towards you. Oh, I can already hear the carnage.
I need something.
There's nothing here.
No, there is. Oh shoot, he's here.
Don't worry, I have a defense just in case. Get to the car. God, no.
Oh wait, he's self-destructed.
Down.
That's one. That's two.
Oh shoot, that's an AI.
Ow. Cam live. Send my password reset link.
That was not a good run, boys.
Oh wait, that's right. I'm an idiot. Okay.
No, not again. Actually, my audio does not sound that bad, which is good. Does my audio sound bad to you?
Well, sometimes you can check this. Look at like earlier in the stream when you first started. There's like fuzzing, and I want to know if you can hear it. So go at the beginning of it.
Alright.
And just wait, and then like see if there's any fuzzing, cause like your microphone always does like this thing.
Shoot, okay. I'm gonna go mute for a bit.
All right. So how's your guys' day going? Oh wait, that's right. You guys can't hear me.
I don't know how to rewind,
Oh.
or at least.
Oh, it's doing it right now.
Oh, it is? Okay, let me listen. Alright, I'm gonna go mute real quick. It's not even loading.
Well, now it's probably a little bit too late.
Is it still buzzing?
Not anymore.
That's...
It goes on and off.
I do not speak Czechoslovakian. I'm sorry, poor Roblox. Pet sim player. But you're welcome to stick by.
How do you know that he can hear you or understand you?
Oh, seeing as they put lol in the chat. They probably
Oh, it's doing it again. Okay, it
Oh,
stopped.
is it? It's weird.
Oh, no, it's doing it. Okay, it stopped.
Oh, you're English. Alright. How's your day, poor Roblox pet sim player? Oh, it's called Roblox.
That would have been like very offensive to him. You should
Your day was
apologize to him. Creamy.
I wish I could have a creamy day. I've been sick all day, so it's not
And
been very creamy.
my day has been
Northwest.
pretty creamy. I've been
Really?
playing Battlefield 2042, having a fun time.
Can you describe creamy for me?
Like me or
He
him?
did it on the bed with his girl.
Oh, okay.
That's what you mean by creamy. Is that what you're doing?
Wait, does he have Roblox in his name?
Battlefield? Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'm not gonna say that right
15,
now.
Wow, a very nice flex.
Yes! Get in!
We
We've
got
done it.
We in.
We in. There's someone over there. Oh, I guess there's someone also here.
What should I don't know. You can call me whatever you want. You can call me.
Oh yeah. So me and person that I don't know I can say his name but goes to our school and hangs out with us. My new nickname is Big Mac Daddy.
They call you Big Mac Daddy at school?
No,
What's
me
my real
and
name?
person. Don't answer him. Don't answer him.
That's fine. My name's Justin. I really don't care.
Alright, so me and person that I cannot say name, were on the Urban Dictionary in second period, and we were going to Urban Dictionary, and I search up my name, and it shows as he is Big Mac Daddy, Big Mac Daddy.
That's a very nice.
And I made my own
Very
definition
strange
for
description.
Shiza man.
What's your definition of Shizer, man?
A dude that really hates Jewish people.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
He's escaping.
Okay.
There you are. Yes. I'm gonna take that because I need something. Wait for me. Don't leave me.
You like. I'm not even gonna say that. You're gonna do one of those play on word things.
Hey, wait for me. Where are you going?
Oh, so I didn't even see you. I'm not following you for your tricks. Poor Roblox.
He's 15 playing Roblox? I guess I can't really be saying
Not a
anything.
troll? Are you sure it's not a troll? Should I trust him? Should I say it?
Say what? Text it to me on
fine.
Discord.
No, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Alright, poor Roblox. What is Clickma?
Oh no!
It's fine. I can Go ahead, tell me. Candy. Oh,
Oh.
didn't expect that. No, I've never tried Clickma. It is not. Just so hard to.
Well, you just pick up. Oh, it's that.
You can't say lick my balls because you said Clickma in the first message.
Did he fail on doing
he
the
failed on
balls?
The first one. He
Dang.
said, "Do you like Clickma?" Same thing. It's not the same thing.
Clickma and ligma is like, those are completely different things.
Yeah, it's not the same thing. The C was for a troll, so I don't care if it was for a troll. Also, it's ligma, not lickma. Take the
Yeah, you
C out.
uncultured radish.
Yeah, I understand that, but it still doesn't work.
It's just me, or is like this.
Uncultured radish?
Yeah. I was thinking of something, but I just couldn't think of anything, so I just went with uncultured radish.
Very good insult.
I know.
I'm gonna say back, poor
very good.
Roblox. He's insulted your honor.
I know. I called you an uncultured radish.
How will you protect your family name?
What? Oh. Oh wait, there's someone here. Oh, they just tried to drop shot you. Worst mistake of their life. Oh, watch out. Good counter. Oh, hey, they're getting away.
No. There they go. Stop 'em.
I guess we'll just have to let them die out.
Alright. But their teammate's probably nearby.
Hope we don't really. Oh wait, over there.
Haha, you thought you could revive them and beat. Yeah, I want the shield. Okay, I don't know how I'm gonna grab this. We having a fun time.
Yeah, I'm having just an amazing time.
Okay, now how do I get back
He
in?
said it only takes 1 second to do a self-destruct.
They really changed it.
No, never mind. It's like 2 seconds.
Better not accidentally self-destruct.
No, you would have to hold it for a good amount of time. Ooh, wrong button. It's just weird because I get confused. So you know how the shotgun goes on is on the right hand?
Yeah.
Well, you'd think that if it's like that, it would be R2, but it's not. Oh wait, looks like that person wants to hide behind a tree. Why does everyone do that? Jeez, we took a lot of damage for that. Is there a campfire? Wait, stay by the campfire.
Are you ready to
Campfire,
hear,
campfire.
Poor Roblox's response to you? He's saying that your mom left you, your grandma has cancer, your dad's in a coma.
All of those are.
And that you have fake friends. Whoa, where'd you come from?
Where'd that dude come from?
Alright, how do you respond, Cat? I mean, what?
Oh shoot! Wait, we gotta. All I have to say is that their mom's gay.
Dang!
I know.
You said your mom's gay for Roblox. How you gonna come back to that?
We need more wood. Oh, now we're being shot at. Oh wait.
Oh,
Bro, am I hacking or what? Well, not having any bullet spread is amazing. I'm actually able to hit things. Alright, so do you have enough wood? Oh, there's more. Let me go get it. I already have like 200.
Alright, Cal, this is your last
Wait.
chance. He just responded with the Nigeria. How do you gonna come back?
No, you are black. There.
He didn't even call you black.
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Oh, okay. No. Alright, I don't know. All I know is that, here, bring me over.
He
I'll
said
just
that
go
he's
over
lighter
here.
than paper.
Oh.
You failed me, Cal. Don't come back. You want
Here, get over here. I need to heal the mech.
Ugh. We have 3 seconds.
Every last bit counts. Oh, it's coming from that side, okay. Alright, let's go.
Alright. That's so good. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's not cool. Man, the combat weapons are super good.
I don't know how to respond to that poor Roblox.
What do you say?
Just, I think he was trying to send like some symbols, but it's just censored as a bunch of question marks. Or maybe he did send question marks.
Maybe. Who knows?
No.
Only he knows.
So you did send question marks? Gotta tell me this.
Here,
Nah,
here, I'm gonna exit out
what he
of
said.
right here real quick.
I just don't
Alright, it's
understand.
heal up time. Uh-oh,
Symbols.
there's a car. There's a car nearby.
That's what I thought. Uh-oh, I'm fired.
Oh, they're gone.
No, but there's a chick. Yeah.
Why is there so much chickens here?
Nati, get out. That's too much words. You're gonna make me summon a demon with that.
Dang, wait. The mechs respawn. Look at Pleasant Park right now.
Babosa.
Look on the map.
Babosa sounds like a familiar.
That's like some like Russian word.
I just don't remember where I've heard it from.
You want me to blow up this place?
I'm not on TikTok.
Alright, I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Okay.
Oh, there's someone hiding there, I think. Nope. You good? Oh, okay, that was a very bad idea. That was a very bad idea.
It's not that different. You really took it there.
I told you that was a not good idea. Look
Okay,
at now, you made him a ghost. Sorry, man.
Cypher.
Oh, it doesn't really look that mad.
Uh-oh. Who did that? I'm not ready for this. I told you I wasn't ready for this. You can if you die. Okay, good. Good.
Where even are you? Oh, you're in there. Here, come in here. It's okay, my child. You are safe. Or not, I don't know. You want some of my meat? Okay, that could...
That sounds very creepy.
That's more like that's just your brain.
Very off.
That's your brain. That is your brain. That everything that
A dark shack.
just take it.
Just throw it all down. Stop making me pick it up one by one.
I say we hide out here and just kind of scout the area.
I need more assault rifle. Okay.
I kind of expected that. All right, they're coming.
Oh, whoa, that thing does a lot of damage.
Shoot.
Oh, they got an auto sniper.
Okay, good. Someone's shooting them.
Nice.
All that I have left right now is what's it called?
We're gonna sneak out the back of the shack.
Uh-oh. Alright, this could be a huge problem right now. Yep, there's someone right there.
This one.
Okay, yep.
I
didn't. Why are they still in the game? Here. Alright, yeah, hide behind there. I'm gonna give you some stuff. Here.
Uh-oh, shot.
Alright, get this. Aw, thanks for reminding me.
Is your thing also about to die?
Yeah.
I got my charger.
There we go.
Alright. We're gonna go in immediately. We'll probably get low health. Just stay back.
Okay, so there's people on that hill over there.
Alright, and then the other guys.
Yeah, they're by your mark. Right there.
What's your mark, actually?
Oh yeah, that's right. That is my mark.
Just gotta watch out, because the guys on the right. Oh wait, never mind, they're up that hill.
Alright. We just need to wait for this to be done. Oh shoot. Run! Why does it make that sound?
Okay, wait here. Over here.
No, we gotta wait in the trees. Or right there. Wait, there's a bush!
I will disguise myself.
Please don't be looking at my butt. I knew I should have wore the better armor.
Thicker than a Snicker.
Snickers are. Alright, so it means that there's 3 people left. Hold your fire until we are sure. Wait, that trash can over there. Oh wait, never mind. Alright, we still gotta wait for them to be done fighting. Alright, so now it's 2v2. Or 2v1v1.
That's preferable. Let's see.
Alright, they're building.
Oh, here's the guys. I don't know how this is gonna go, man. I don't got the best weapons.
Hold back. Take a more, I guess, safe approach.
I think they saw me.
It's fine. Get up here.
I'm gonna rush them.
No, do not rush them.
I'm rushing them.
No, I need you.
I don't
Oh
care,
my
I'm
gosh, I
rushing
need
them.
backup.
Oh. Whoa! Where'd you come from? Alright, so it's now it's a 2v1. Unfortunately, it's the other way around. One of them has a sword.
Alright, so I need to take the more far approach. Jeez. Talk about recoil, my guy. Oh, great. You guys just had a build.
I think that one has an auto.
Shoot. I need to fall back. Ooh, where'd I go? Oh shoot, that one has an auto sniper. Alright, this is not going well.
Rush.
Okay, I did not mean to shoot!
Kill him. Okay. You're gonna die by the storm. Rush in. Come on. Yeah! Let's go. I don't know if you're still there, poor Roblox, but we pulled that off because of you. You did it for us.
Because of you, Roblox man, or whatever your name was. We have won.
We got the victory royale.
Taxi with Indian music.